because verbal agreement doesn't mean jack shit. Just get it in writing. As you can kind of tell from the title, I kind of wanted to talk about the time that I learned a harsh lesson. And this is honestly the kind of thing that stings, but not just your wallet, but your trust. And rest assured, trust was broken. Never going there again. Premise is that we kind of needed a new washer and dryer, right? Our washer wasn't really working very well. Our dryer was old. So you know what, instead of just replacing one, let's just replace both of them at the same time. We kind of went into the store just to kind of browse around. We did this for a little while and we decided to go with this one place. And the sales associate that we met up with was super friendly, right? Super nice. And honestly, looking back, maybe that is what essentially charmed us. But she was just super helpful, and we kind of just went along with the flow. Pretty much felt like we were in good hands. So when we were discussing price, they were also willing to come down because we were able to find something that was a little bit cheaper. The exact same model, but cheaper at a different place. So they essentially price matched us, but they were also trying to include things such as, of course, taking away our old washer and dryer, making sure that it is all installed correctly, making sure that it arrives on time. But of course, you know, they'll do like a kind of like a follow-up to see, make sure everything is working accordingly. None of that happened, by the way. Just the delivery happened. Even for the delivery, it was super annoying because they gave us like a 4 or 5 hour window as to when they will come by, and it was on a weekend, so we were kind of trapped in our own house, even though, you know, we wanted to go out, maybe do errands and stuff like that, but we don't know when these guys will show up. So you know what, we were like, okay, let's just stay home, we'll chill, it is what it is. But you know, they wouldn't give us any update as to, okay, these guys are gonna be close, or these guys are maybe like, you know, a couple more deliveries away, or whatever the case is. We were just basically completely left in the dark until we just get a random text saying, hey, we're here. So we essentially got the laundry machine that is a tower, right? So we have the washer and the dryer kind of like stacked on one top of each other, like a one set unison. So we got that, and then when I went downstairs to check on the condition and everything, it looked fine. So when they brought it up, they essentially put the washer and dryer down, and then they said, all right, that's it for us. They just needed a signature, and then they were going to be on their way. So, you know, for me, I'm just thinking, okay, number one, it's not even installed. And number two, you guys haven't even taken my old washer and dryer away yet, as you stated. So I was confused. Obviously, the delivery guys were confused too, because they don't have any further instructions. And, you know, I'm not blaming them because they don't need to know the ins and outs of what the conditions are. All they know is that it just wasn't included. The service wasn't to be included. So I kind of kept them there, almost as a hostage. I mean, I feel bad about it, but at the same time, I don't. So I called the store, and then I was like, hey, what's going on? Because we agreed on, you know, A, B, C, and D, but none of it's being provided. All they're doing is dropping it off here at our front door, and that's it. Weirdly enough, and this is where I feel like I just got played, they were basically saying that in their paperwork there was nothing. And for me, I was like, okay, I'm a little baffled by this point, and I'm just thinking, what does that even mean? Like, why would I buy a washer and dryer when you guys are not even gonna install it? But anyway, that happened, and obviously the delivery guys have their own schedule, and they're getting antsy because they want to leave. They need to go to the next house because they don't want to be just standing around at our front door for who knows how long while I try to get this sorted out. The sales associate essentially said that they'll call me back with after speaking to their manager and stuff like that, and if it needs to be installed, they'll send the delivery guys over again. But for right now, to let these delivery guys go, which, okay, fine, I did, right? Hours later, I still don't get a freaking call back, so I have to call them again to see, hey, what's going on? Like, I literally called you guys. And basically, the sales associate said that they have spoken to the manager and that there is nothing on the paperwork, so therefore they're not responsible, right? Fine, let me talk to the manager, right? So I'm now talking to the manager, and at this point, I'm pretty riled up. I'm kind of heated. I'm like, what is the point of me getting this if that's how it's gonna be? So the manager is essentially saying that, you know what, hey, we'll be happy to provide the service, but for a fee. At this point, you know, I'm pissed because I was sold on the idea that you guys are gonna provide everything for me, and now we're backtracking and saying I have to pay for the services that you guys already promised, right? That's what's pissing me the fuck off. For me, all I have is like a receipt. I don't have the paperwork copies of the documents. So it's a he said she said situation. So for me, I want to get a confirmation from our sales associate that helped us, right? And she even provided her business card, and I was promptly, you know, messaging her, seeing what's going on. Hey, like, you know, you said all these things, and nothing, radio silence. So then I call the manager again to see, hey, I want to speak to the sales associate. What's going on? And you know what happened? Coincidentally, she happened to be on vacation, and she was gonna be on vacation for like 3 weeks or something like that. So for me, I'm baffled because I only purchased this washer and dryer like a week ago, and you guys are telling me now all of a sudden she's not there and she's on vacation coincidentally and she can't talk to me. It just everything about this just seems super fishy. And for me, I was just super upset at this point about the whole transaction, because I was actually debating between this place and Costco. Like, Costco had the exact same model, right? They had the exact same model. It was a little bit more expensive, but I went with a cheaper option just because it's the exact same model. And honestly, that was my mistake, because I don't think any of this stuff would have happened for Costco, especially because I know what their service is like and I know I can trust them with it. But man, it was a roller coaster, I'll tell you that much. And they always kept saying, you know, we'll call you back. What do I get? Not a call back, not a single thing, just radio silence from them. So for me, I'm just super upset at this particular place. But you know, it's been a while, and I even though I am still kind of angered by it, it's just a matter of me just not going to that place anymore. So it is what it is. I don't want to be super hung up over it, even though I kind of sound like I am. But it's just, whenever I think about it, it riles me up again. But again, the washer and dryer works fine. We were able to essentially install it ourselves, because I mean, it's not a huge trouble to install. The biggest factor that kind of was the hard part was taking the old washer and dryer out, because that shit's heavy. Like that took a while. It was actually even worse putting the new washer dryer in, because the new washer and dryer is, you know, much heavier, it's much bigger, and trying to squeeze that into our little closet that houses the laundry machine, you know, that was a whole ordeal in and of itself. But whatever, I digress. Anyway, long story short, the harsh lesson I learned about business is you want to make sure when you're purchasing anything, or when you're agreeing to anything, you have it in writing, okay? I don't know why I at the time went with just a verbal agreement, because verbal agreement doesn't mean jack shit. I realized that, you know, even for services that these retailers are providing, just get it in writing so that you have it available to you if they ever try to backtrack on you. So just my 2 cents. But anyway, that's it for me. And if you have any questions about it, I'll let you know. And no, don't ask about what the place is, because I won't say the name. But regardless, yeah, I mean, looking back, it's a funny memory, and it's a valuable piece of information that I learned about business. But would I want to experience it again? Probably not. But at least I learned, and it is what it is, and you move on.